times Grammy nominee artist, Nigerian artist, Ayra Starr was in Ghana. Yeah, I mean, you have to refer to her like that, baby. It's not easy to get a Grammy nomination, eh? So please, baby. Do you know how many artists do send their songs or their projects, be it albums, for Grammy consideration, and they still are unable, or they still were unable to get a Grammy nomination? I mean, Ghanaians can relate, you know that? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I just want us to talk about the Tidal Rave festival, which happened in Ghana, and most shockingly, Nigerian artist Ayra Starr was invited. And let's talk about the reception, honey. Now, we are going to say something. Ghanaians are always very, very hospitable, so accommodating. Like whenever they do invite a foreigner, I'm not just going to say Nigerians. It's not just Nigerian celebrities who visit Ghana for shows and for tours, right? We've seen a lot of foreign artists, filmmakers, from the diaspora, the US, to be more precise, visiting Ghana, especially during 30 December, which is fast approaching, and just a couple of weeks away. Yeah, now we see the reception that they do get, right? Voila. So Ayra Starr was not left out. She was warmly received. She went from one platform to the other, attending interviews. She went on podcasts. It was very beautiful and so refreshing, to be honest. And this entire movement was filled with a whole lot of controversies, as usual. You know how Ghanaians can get. Now, Ghanaians, some of them were not very pleased. I think there's this Ghanaian who called out some Ghanaian influencers. He was like, he believes that Ghanaians tend to love Nigerians more than they love their own. As in, Ghanaians would celebrate Nigerian artists, Nigerian celebrities, because I mean, over time we've seen activists, very dark man, we've seen Pela, and a host of others going to Ghana, and they're getting this very warm reception, this grand, reception and all, and they always feel like it's not being reciprocated. Just say so. This particular one too was another big problem in Ghana, as a lot of people were not happy. Ghanaians feel like they always give Nigerians the upper hand. They treat Nigerians like they were gods. You say, well, like whenever they come to Ghana, they treat them well. They make them feel like kings and queens. But Ghanaian celebrities hardly receive the same level of, love and reception. And then I would say, okay, when was the last time a Ghanaian was actually invited to a very big festival or a concert in Nigeria? When was the last time? When was the last time a Nigerian superstar, a Nigerian artist, was actually received this warmly and treated like the celebrity that he or she is, you see? But Ghanaians always treat Nigerians better. So there was this back and forth on Twitter, there was this back and forth, all social media platforms, people were even doing videos and calling out like Ghanaian influencers, Ghanaian celebrities, Ghanaian bloggers. You have to stop showing these Nigerians much love than you actually show your own. It's a problem. You have to love your own more. Anyways, guys, now if you do not know what a Tidal Rave festival is, it is referred to as Africa's biggest beach party, and for this year 2025 was actually kicked off on November 14th to November 15th. It actually started on the Friday, which was November 14th, right there, and it ended on Saturday. And there are a couple of stars who made it, who gave us an amazing performance. Ayra Starr all the way from Nigeria. There was Black Sheriff, Gaki, and a host of others. Like Tidal Rave Festival, though is Africa's biggest beach party, is meant to like celebrate African artists, but they always give priority to Ghanaians. I mean, it's held in Ghana. It's a Ghanaian stuff. So yeah, but from time to time they tend to invite foreign artists, to just come spice it up a little bit. So this year the guest artist was Ayra Starr. Now I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Do you find it troublesome, to the Ghanaians especially? Do you find it worrisome that that Nigerian superstars are always warmly received in Ghana, like they treat them like kings and princes or princesses? How do you feel about that? And do you equally have a problem with the way Ayra Starr was treated this year in Ghana? I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. And to Nigerians, please do let us know. To be honest, we can rarely, like how often do Ghanaians get a visitation, or an invite rather? Like how often do they get invited to Nigeria? We've seen a couple of shows, we've seen a couple of concerts. 30 December is coming. There's gonna be a whole lot of shows. Brands are gonna be organizing shows and stuff. But How often do you invite Ghanaians? So in a way, I would feel that Nigerian Ghanaians kind of have a point because it's like there's no reciprocity. Yeah, it's English your mates. I bet clear on my word. Like it's not being reciprocated, you see. It's like, it's like Ghanaians give you more than they're getting. You see? Anyways, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Now let's talk about the purpose of the festival. The festivals can be centered, they're literally centered on culture, just about enjoying each other's music. Are you understanding? Yeah, like celebrating, it's to celebrate and of course to uphold the social traditions or religious practices, because okay, Ayra Starr is coming in. She's coming with something different. She's coming with a fresh sound. She will definitely have her own beliefs, her own culture and stuff. So all of this is going to be exhibited. So that's what Tidal Rave is about. It's all about celebrating African uniqueness, you see. And this year was amazing. I think Stone Boy is one person I'm always looking forward to. He personally has his own festival. I think it's a Beam Fest, and last year was a shutdown. He literally is one of Ghanaians' favorite artists. I don't know between him and Shatawale who has the strongest fan base, but I don't know, between them, who is it, Shatawale or is it Stonebwoy? Because to me, if I were to pick between the two, I'm gonna go for Shatawale. I just love his vibe, and I consider him to be the king of Ghana music. Like he's literally awesome. It's a shame that he never got a Grammy nomination. It's about time. He deserves it. But anyways, we've seen the best of artists never awarded by the Grammy, isn't it? Never had a Grammy nomination, nor the Grammy award itself. Anyway, guys, you're gonna see a lot of clips of how the Tidal Rave Festival took place this year. We're talking November 14th and 15th, yes, in Ghana, yeah, in Accra, Ghana. Anyways, now let me hear your thoughts. Were you part of the Tidal Rave Festival? Were you part of it? Have you ever attended? Did you attend this one or not? I want to hear all your thoughts in the comment section. And talking about Ayra Starr attending Tidal Rave Festival this year in Ghana, what do you make of it? Do you think it's a very good move? Now, do you feel like Ghanaians are trying to patch things up with Nigerians? For some time they were all about banning Nigerian content, banning Nigerian music, and last year during the Tidal Rave, I don't know, David attended the Beam Fest. Yeah. Last year was solely Ghana. I think they brought a couple from Jamaica, but nothing from Nigeria. But this year they're bringing Ayra Starr, and I think it's amazing. But then let me hear your thought. Do you think Ghanaians are thinking reconciliating, or they're thinking reconciliation with you Nigerians? What do you make of this move? And Ghanaians complaining that they are influencers and the bloggers or the media in general, they tend to prioritize Nigerians over their own. Do you equally agree with that? And to conclude, let's talk about Ayra Starr's interviews. Now, during her sessions, she did mention that she has been able to have one or two songs with a couple of Ghanaian artists. I think she mentioned Molly, she mentioned Kitty, and Kwame Eugene, if I'm not mistaken. But she said all of these songs are in the pipeline, that she's had amazing collaborations with a couple of Ghanaian artists, and she cannot wait for the rest of the world to savor it. So let's just wait. So I think Nigeria, Ghana, they're about rebuilding. They're about just trying to patch their relationships, and it's something that we all are literally living for it, isn't it? Anyways, guys, let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. I am Darling Leonga Screen Gold. See you next time. Bye.